In my last video, I said I was about to go on the biggest field event of the training cycle, and now I'm back! It's kind of an unspoken tradition to go out to eat when you get back from a field event. Most of the time, my go-to is a sub sandwich, which I'm sure you think is super boring, but what you don't realize is that it's a turkey sub, which is objectively the best kind. Especially when you throw on some provolone, honey mustard, and a ton of spinach. Oh yeah, that's a good sandwich. When we all got back from the field this time, some of my friends asked if I wanted to go to a hibachi grill with them that they liked called Shogun. I've never been to a hibachi grill before, but I knew that there was some aspect of throwing food at you that you had to catch in your mouth, which I was never big on, but it was with all of my friends, and I've always kind of been curious, so I decided to go with them. After all, who better to go with than a bunch of friends to try something new like that, right? In the midst of this giant field event, doing AOM, or after operations maintenance, and having to find some equipment that everybody thought was lost, but actually wasn't, we got 2 new medics, so we invited them along too. Here's how my first time at a hibachi grill went. As soon as we walked through the doors, we were immediately greeted with a wall of pictures of people wearing these giant doll head masks, which sent a couple shivers down my spine, because in this whole world there's only 3 things that scare me: flying, clowns, and dolls. It's not a debilitating kind of fear like it was when I was a kid, but whenever I encounter one of those 3 things, it still makes me shudder a little bit out of reflex. Once we got seated, we were waiting for the chef to come over, and there was another group across from us chanting, "Sake! Sake! Sake!" Their chef was going around shooting it into their mouths from one of those condiment dispensers, and after getting distracted by the decorations around the place, which were a mix between Christmas and Valentine's, by the way, I looked over and he was doing the same for the kids at the table. Whoa, wait, hold on! It turns out that they actually had switched out the bottle for water when they were doing it for the kids, but I still had that stressful few moments. Crisis averted, we all turned our attention to the menus, and then eventually our chef wheeled his cart out. As soon as he got everything set up the way that he wanted it, he turned to us with this huge grin on his face and said, "Alright everybody, who wants some sake?" Oh, okay then. He definitely looked a bit crestfallen after that, but we were kind of a bad group for that whole gimmick. Even though he seemed kind of disappointed for a second, he plastered that grin right back on his face, picked up his spatula and knife, and started twirling them around. We were all having a great time, and even though our chef got a little embarrassed because he tried to do that thing where they spin the egg and flip it in the air to crack it on the side of their spatula and missed it twice, we all thought that he did a really good job. 2 thumbs up, gold star. Great work there, buddy. Eventually it came time for the vegetables, and our cook was going around tossing them into everyone's mouths who was willing to participate. Oh no, the moment of truth. Will I risk the embarrassment? I caught it! And the crowd went wild. Just kidding, our chef kept throwing the food to the other people, but in my mind that was a huge accomplishment. And that's how my first time trying hibachi went. But now for the $1 million question. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I totally would. The food tasted awesome, and the atmosphere was a ton of fun. Plus, the best part was that for about an hour I got to hang out with friends and forget about everything. And that was worth every penny. Hey everyone! This was definitely a neat experience, and I would 100% do it again. What kinds of things do you do with your friends for fun? I have a couple of different scripts and one of the big projects I was talking about in the anniversary video that I'm actively working on right now, so there's a lot coming up. See you guys next time!